Slowly leaving this crowded place, and we are going up to the mountains of Montenegro. We will use the old interesting, let's say, country road built at the end of 19th century, which consists of 25 hairpin turns, 25 switchbacks or hairpin turns we are going to do. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, while we are driving, we are going to have a really beautiful, I don't know another word for this view beside beautiful view. We are going to have a really beautiful view of Montenegro. 20,000 people are at the moment in Montenegro, and all that people are living on the territory of 13,800 square kilometers, or it is about 5,400 square miles. 5,400 square miles or 13,000 square kilometers is really small area, I can say. Try to imagine something like 150, 160 miles as a crows fly from the southernmost to the northern part of country. Also east-west is another 150, 160 miles. So the point is that in 2 hours you're almost everywhere, and the country is really small, and it is mostly mountainous country. What today you are going to see. So ladies and gentlemen, 83% of this Montenegro goes to mountains. You will see today wherever you look, if it is not a sea, those would be the mountains. Mountains, mountains, mountains all around our territory, and that is exactly the reason why the name of this country is Black Mountain above the plane which is flying. So it sounds almost impossible. So ladies and gentlemen, that's another colleague employed by this agency to show you that this is the real frequent airport. So the point is that this is one of 2 airports in whole Montenegro. This is a smaller one but really frequent, and we have a bigger one in the capital of country called Podgorica. And ladies and gentlemen, look at the nice tunnel made by trees. So the whole north of Montenegro is covered with those kind of really dark forests. So we say let it be Montenegro or Black Mountain. 2006. We mentioned already that it was Yugoslavia all around. And once again I will repeat the republics of Yugoslavia. Those were, I will start from the best, Montenegro, Serbia, Croatia, Slovenia, Bosnia and Macedonia. So 6 of them in a union called Yugoslavia, found after the World War II. Mr. Tito was the big president of Yugoslavia. He unfortunately died in 1980, and really soon after that, one by one of those Yugoslavian republics were becoming. 21st May 2006 was a day when in this country we had a referendum for independence. Or exactly, that was the day when this country became independent from the union with Serbia. Exactly, we did it on 100% peaceful, legal, friendly way, with no conflicts at all, with no wars at all. It was just election where people voted, I like to say, yes or no. The question was, it was to be or not to be independent. That was a question 8 years ago. Product of this country, that would be the wine. It's a red wine called Vranac, and last year, ladies and gentlemen, we produced 1,500,000 liters of that wine. It is always winning a lot of medals on many competitions around the world, and it's a high quality wine. German flags, and it was parked in the, we like to call it, dead corner, not so visible for the bus. And the bus was trying to make a hairpin turn, and with the middle part of the bus he hit the Audi from the back. Who is guilty? Police will tell us soon. What does it mean that soon? It is really soon, and we are now in the middle of nowhere, obviously. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll go now forward.
Looks like he's doing a U-turn now.
And number 10 is gonna stay a little bit longer here. Oh, well, they will no, just make the How do you like a photo break? So, any questions, ladies and gentlemen? Beautiful girls hanging near the car. Ladies and gentlemen, he got in love with her, and he didn't know what to do. He didn't know how to impress her, ladies and gentlemen. He couldn't say to her, I love you or something, because she was a wife of the king. But he couldn't resist, and he wanted to make something really nice, romantic for her love, and maybe she will change her mind and leave the king, come to live with him. So, ladies and gentlemen, they made the road like shape of letter M as a first letter of her name. It doesn't have the happy end for the architect. Ladies and gentlemen, officially, well, they have never been together. That's one thing. Second, officially, he was in he was in a prison 3 months after the finishing of this construction work. Officially, because he spent more money for the road that he needed. Because of the letter M, the road is about 300 to 400 meters longer, ladies and gentlemen. And I personally believe that King had some influences with sending that guy to the prison. So, ladies and gentlemen, how it goes, I think that it doesn't matter what is a true story, was he in the prison or not, but we are more than lucky, because the architect saw first Queen of Montenegro called Milena, because our Milena had a sister, and her sister was old. Ladies and gentlemen, one fact about the ham and cheese which they produce in the village of Njeguši is that that ham is produced on the old-fashioned traditional way, last few hundred years. What is the point, ladies and gentlemen? Few hundred years on the same way they do that. How they do that? The production lasts 6 months, for example, and they take the back legs of the pigs. Ladies and gentlemen, the way how we produce the ham is last 6 months. 6 months is a production. How they do that? They take a back legs of the pigs and they bring it to the place and they put a lot of salt on it. They leave it few days under the salt to absorb, for the meat to absorb the salt, I can say like that. And after that they hang the hams, and after 3 months of constant smoking they turn off the fire, and after that they open the windows of the dry houses, and we are having a photo break again. Exactly, we are stopping for the other cars to pass us because there are a lot of cars behind, and first time when we stopped the driver wasn't brave enough to pass, so he was stopping, you know, completely confused. We are not in a rush. Hop, 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 hop. A little bit more, take it easy way, or much slower way to do it, but it is something really good and something really traditional and the only way how they do it. And when you're eating a ham, it is possible to feel all the ladies and gentlemen, if you're brave enough to look to your left hand side, možete stati neko ne je put, a ti pogledaj slona lijevo. Još malo naprijed. If you're brave enough to look to your left hand side, there is a zigzag construction road, which you can see to your left hand side, ladies and gentlemen. It was the old caravans connection between the town of Kotor and the inner part of Montenegro, because we built this road here. Can you see it? It's a goat trail, donkey trail, however you call it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's a goat trail, however you see. 18th century, ladies and gentlemen, and he was asking him some facts about the country, and he asked him, sir, how long does it take by this road from town of Kotor to here? And the ruler was looking at the road, was looking at journalists, and he said, well, for a friend it's about 3 hours, for the enemy it's a lifetime. And really for the enemy it was more than difficult to come up, because, well, if you come up and roll some stones, it is much easier to protect than to conquer. I see that you are not listening to me, I see that you are checking this Montenegro roller coaster. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, in about 5 minutes snack is waiting for us, and we are going to have more than delicious snack of Montenegrin specialties. Thank you. Anyway, so they are from Australia, and they came in the middle of Montenegro. Really hit him once. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, look at the beautiful atmosphere in the village. Typical village surrounded with the mountains, nice meadows with a lot of meadow flowers around, and all those houses are the weekend houses from many families around, from town of Kotor, from different places around. There are a lot of families who are even living nowadays here. They're having own houses, but a lot of families went to some bigger places like Kotor, Buda, and some other to live, and they're just having a weekend houses around when they're coming, having a nice time. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a beautiful atmosphere, as you can see around, and it is always much cooler than down there near the sea. So all summer long a lot of people are coming, spending here weeks and weeks. So it's quite nice and charming village, and in about 2 minutes we are stopping, we are leaving a bus. I will show you where the toilets are.